This is amazing. Mayhar Tousi finds, I think don't know if it's a GB News reporter or not, but he's been egged. They're all protesting outside Parliament when all this Lindsay Hoyle thing's going off, but they actually don't know the law. He's just said that someone's projecting onto a building and then is going on when you're going to stop it, right? But the GB News reporter doesn't know the law, because a projector is a device, a sign, an electronic sign device, letters. If it's for political, it's class F. So it's not illegal to put it on a building because the Town and Country Planning Act provides for it under an advertisement for a political matter. So why is the GB News guy saying that? What legislation is he talking about? And if any new legislations come in further than the Town and Country Planning Act, it's in conflict with the Act, which uses complete and total deemed and express consent.
Are you okay? Are you okay? What happened? Yeah, look, getting egged. You got egged. Oh no. Yeah.
You don't only get egged, you don't know the law. You need to be sacked. You know, people are suing people for defamation, but what you're actually doing is you're a news journalist in a live broadcast with Mayhar Tousi giving false legal advice, giving false legal statement. The police officer needs to arrest you. This is why you have a night lawyer in a newspaper who has to check everything that goes on news. Like, this is what happened to Lawrence Fox. He said, you know, they checked what he was going to say, but then when he said it, he got into trouble. The night lawyer for the newspaper and the TV programme, although I don't know if the rules are a bit different for live, but it's still false. This presenter needs to be prosecuted. And I can tell you now, I severely doubt any of the new laws. I mean, I've read that Public Order Act, to be honest, and it's mainly about, that new Public Order Act is about abortion, locking on to things, abortions. I don't think it covers projections on buildings, and I doubt it would. That all signs of in any form and shape, including digital ones with a device used, are covered in the Town and Country Planning Act. Statutory instruments 2007, of which political ones are completely and fully exempt from all permissions, and it doesn't even matter what building it's on, Parliament or not. It doesn't matter what building it is on, because it's Parliament's public property. Parliament is public property, just like any other building. It's actually council property. So that act does actually not differentiate between Parliament. And if they're talking about, you know, like there is a separate law for protesting in Parliament and so forth, well, the thing is that they are not actually anywhere near the building. And actually, I severely doubt that even if there is any law, that if it is in conflict with that Town and Country Planning Act 2007, it's not a compatible law. It's in conflict with the law. So there's an error, and I've actually located and noticed many errors in law that people have been making in government, and actually setting them out in order and explaining how they've made incoherent legislation or conflicting legislation.
Why don't you come out with eggs? Luckily, I'm not throwing things. Luckily, I'm not vegan. I came here tonight, mate, right? Tonight, just reporting it as a journalist.
Yeah, reported lies and false information as a journalist who is telling lies about the law, giving false statements on live television, which misleads protesters. No wonder the police are making arrests. You know, there's an argument now that all the arrests the police have done, particularly for Stop ULEZ, are unlawful, because you can't be prosecuted in the magistrates' court for petition activities that are in connection with cases to Parliament, of which the ULEZ cases are, because Dave Fowler's got a petition. So, you know, who is this guy?
And what I said to the officer was quite simple. There's a projector over there projecting...
Yeah, there's a projector projecting letters, words, signs, and a legal representation using a statutory instrument, which is Class F, which uses an enactment of law, the Town and Country Planning Act, uses the law of the 1688 Bill of Rights, right to petition without being liable to prosecution. And there's automatic deemed and express consent because you're exempted from those provisions. So why are you talking about the projector? And can you tell me what law that you think you believe that is in place for that projector? Because it might be if you've got Walker's Crisps on there, it might be if you've got GB News shining on there, and it might be if you've got, you know, tampons on there, advertising tampons after the tax for them has been reduced. But for political demonstrations, how is it illegal? You know, I'm open to explanation of legal technicalities.
Messages on, they're still there. The police officer explained to me, I asked him, is it an offence to project onto a public building? He said, yes.
Oh, yes, so you asked him, so you didn't actually know, did you? You didn't actually know, so you had to ask him.
Asked the question. Oh, really, is it? He said, yes, it is. I said, okay. So he's been there.
Oh, well, he's wrong then. He's actually wrong, and the police officer's wrong. Well, no, it is an offence if it's commercial, but not if it's using for political representation.
20 minutes, when are you going to go and stop him? He said, oh my... Wow. And then I came back over here, and a guy with a full face mask started giving me abuse. So I said to the police officer, hang on, I thought the law that was passed recently was you're not allowed to wear a full face covering to conceal your identity. Journalist report over there, projecting messages on, they're still there. The police officer explained to me, I asked him, is it an offence to project onto a public building? He said, yes. Simply asked the question. Oh, really, is it? He said, yes, it is.
Yeah, unless it is a political representation, under which it is a different class and different law in use.
I said, okay. So he's been there 20 minutes. When are you going to go and stop him? He said, oh, my colleagues are on the case. I said, all right.
Yeah, well, there is a case to government now for Palestine. And that's what you're there reporting. I'm here, stood in London, reporting on this case people are making for Palestine.
So I went over there, I chatted to the guy at the projector, no problem. Had a nice chat. Wow. And then I came back.
And how did you get over there with a press pass? Oh, you've got a press pass, have you? That's a miracle. He's got a press pass. Does that give him some special privilege, all right? Maybe like the projector?
Go over here. And a guy with a full face mask started giving me abuse. So I said to the police officer, hang on, I thought the law that was passed recently was you're not allowed to wear a full face covering to conceal your identity at a protest. What are you going to do about him? Yeah. At which point he started giving me aggro, and now I've been egged.
Yeah.
I don't care, I'm not a vegan.
Beauty. This is the best thing of this entire Mayhar Tousi live thing. This is class.
The fact of the matter is like if we have laws, they should be upheld. The frustration.
No, if we have laws, people should understand them and not lie and give misinformation out to the public, which is misinformation, which the government are trying to stop misinformation, but you seem to include it in your news reports.
With these protests is that people don't feel the law is being upheld with equality. Yeah. And what I mean.
Well, no, but you're an idiot. You're a moron. You don't even know what the law is. You're a retard. You're a liar. You actually, you know, this man actually needs to be arrested by the police for giving misinformation about the actual law. Is what the night lawyer's job is for, to make sure the newspaper doesn't get prosecuted.
Like that is that when people clamber on war memorials. No, let me finish. I'm having a conversation with this gentleman here. I'm talking to this gentleman here, right? What I'm saying is, if laws aren't, I'm talking to this journalist here. Excuse me. So what I'm saying is, if laws aren't upheld without fear or favour, we don't have equality before the law. Many people believe that protesters on the Palestine marches aren't being treated in the same way, for example, as football fans or protesters there on November the 11th when I was there.
Lockdown protest.
Yeah, the lockdown protest when people were getting the shit kicked out of them by the police. The police have been very standoffish on the